Now back to Anything is Possible with Jack Krasula on News Talk 760 WJR.
We're with the star appraiser on PBS's Antiques Roadshow. For the last 14 years, Caroline Ashley. Caroline, welcome, an honor to have you.
It is definitely my honor to be here today. Thank you for inviting me, Jack.
You're welcome. Can we start by talking about your parents and your childhood?
My pleasure. I, as you mentioned, grew up outside of Ann Arbor, and I had a wonderful childhood in that I was surrounded by a lot of fabulous objects, art, antiques, and interestingly, this is not dissimilar to a lot of ways in which people in my profession came up. They were born into families who were really involved in antiquing. For instance, the Keno brothers, Leslie and Lee Keno, on the Antiques Roadshow, they, among many others, grew up this way. And so I think that we kind of learned our trade almost by osmosis, being around these wonderful objects and really being influenced by them, growing up at our parents' knees with all of these wonderful visual stimuli all around us. And I think it's in our blood, so to speak. So I had the advantage of growing up with parents that had a really good eye, and I think that put me in good stead for my future career.
Now, your parents bought an old church in New Hudson and named it Noah's Ark.
Yes, they did. And the fun part of that was that I got to go there in the summertime when I was a student. I would come home from college and work there in the family business, which they had in their retirement, chock full of all these amazing things they'd collected over the years. It was sort of like the old woman in the shoe. They had so many things they didn't know what to do. So they opened this great space called Noah's Ark Antiques, and I got to work there and hone my skills.
What's the biggest thing you learned from your mom, Caroline, and what's the biggest thing you learned from your dad?
Well, from my dad, I learned to dicker with the best of them. He really taught me, how to drive home a deal. And he was a great businessman. He had a wonderful business mind. So I learned the financial side from him. But my mom, I learned the aesthetic side. She was the one who really could identify these unusual things. And then my father taught me, how to sell them in the best venue and to get the most money for them. So I really had the advantage of learning wonderful skill sets from each parent.
Growing up on the south side of Chicago, there were no antiques, but there was a lot of junk. Caroline, what's the difference between antiques and junk?
That's in the eye of the beholder, right? What one person's junk is another person's treasure, as they say. I really think that a lot of things we see on the roadshow, for instance, aren't things of extraordinary value, but they have extraordinary sentiment to people, and that's really what creates value. Is your emotional connection with something, not necessarily how much it's worth.
Your dad would be proud. You go from this Noah's Ark in New Hudson with Mom and Dad to a place called Sotheby's.
A little place called Sotheby's.
What was that experience like?
Well, that's really where I was able to work hands-on in the back of the house, cataloging everything from Hummels to Impressionist paintings. So it gave me a wide array of things to look at, to handle, to turn around, smell, touch, almost taste, and really get an intimate experience, with all of these objects, which is crucial. You have to have the academic side, but you also have to have the hands-on side. So Sotheby's provided that for me.
How does one become an expert in appraising collectibles?
Well, partly just what I explained. You have to really put your time in on the bottom line, meaning you have to start from the ground up. You have to start handling objects, looking at objects, familiarizing yourself with everything out there, whether it's working in a museum, whether it's working at an auction house, whether it's just going to tag sales. reading things, trade magazines, things that educate you, educate the eye. That's how you begin. And then the other component, is the academic side. It's really twofold.
They talk about the glass ceiling for women. In this profession of appraisal, it was a glass floor that was totally dominated by men. Mm-hmm. How did you become so successful in this extremely male-dominated profession?
Well, I always regarded it, I think, as a challenge, an opportunity. I was not intimidated by it. I really felt that it was an opportunity to be exploited. And quite honestly, a lot of men in the industry were very helpful to get me where I am today. I sort of stood on their shoulders, so to speak, and now other people stand on mine. So I sort of passed that along to other people.
If there's a young lady listening today that wants to become the best in a male-dominated profession, what would you say to her?
I would say to really not be intimidated by the gender of the people in the profession, because we all approach this with different skill sets. And if that person has amazing skill sets, her gender's not going to make any difference whatsoever. She's going to achieve the highest level possible as any male would. So, there's an more of an even playing field now, I think, in this profession than there used to be.
We're talking to Caroline Ashley, who's appraised billions of dollars worth of collectibles. And I'm Jack Krasula, and this is Anything is Possible on News Talk 760 WJR.